Same epic lineup.
No lineup announced.
Same gourmet delights.
I am going to be cooking cheese sandwiches with Andy at the actual event.
Same lovable fraudster. I mean founder.
Let's go.
Fyre Festival 2.0 is a go. Get ready to party like it's 2017, people.
Island getaway turned disaster.
It became very barbaric.
Mom, Dad, if I don't make it home, I love you guys.
Pitch blackout, craziness going on everywhere. It's an actual disaster.
Absolute disaster. The original influencer-fueled, Ja Rule-backed train wreck of a music festival was so bad, it inspired a Netflix doco and saw its founder jailed for defrauding investors out of $40 million.
Think of Leonardo DiCaprio and The Wolf of Wall Street. I mean, that was it.
But apparently, that's no deterrent.
We announced our first pre-sale on Sunday. They sold out very, very quickly.
I saw someone post that, Billy was doing it again. And I was like, this is a perfect chance. I saw the documentary, I saw the potential, and I want to make it happen.
Yeah, and I think that overall he had a lot of really, really good ideas, and he's had a lot of time to now perfect them.
The $800 pre-sale, a steal, compared to what's to come, with tickets priced as high as $12,000.
It has been the absolute wildest journey to get here, and it really all started during the 7th-month stint in solitary confinement. I wrote out this 50-page plan of how to make the impossible happen.
There's no location for the festival, just a vague reference to the Caribbean. No date other than the end of next year.
People think that we're stupid, that we're making a really horrible decision.
No music acts have yet signed on, but then perhaps all that is part of the appeal.
I think one of the major flaws in this last time was that he was making so many promises and people were expecting it to be this luxury experience. But this time, he's not really saying much of anything, so we have nothing to expect.
I kind of feel like I'm the pilot of a single engine propeller plane right now, flying through the storm, where everybody wants to watch. And whether I crash or land, they want to have a front row seat as long as they're safe. So I think if I can kind of create that turbulence, then Fyre Festival 2 will become a great cultural moment.
He can make something really special if he really puts his mind to it.
Really special, yet to be defined. Now, advertising whiz Karen Ferry knows a thing or two about great cultural moments. Karen, the pre-sale sold out in no time. Sure, it was like 100 tickets or something, but what is wrong with people?
Look, I think some people want to buy in on the disaster, right? They've seen the documentary, now they can experience it in real life. It's like when you watch Jurassic Park, but then you want to go to the island. It's a bit of that.
What a great investment slogan. Buy in on the disaster. I mean, the thing about... So Billy McFarlane's been plotting this from solitary confinement. I can't believe this is real. From solitary confinement. Can you explain to me, as an ad person, the genius of going to market with no details and almost a complete replica of a completely failed idea?
Advertising's a bit of a sham, right? It's like the truth well told. And so it's often about the sell. And for him, it's really about selling this dream of the Fyre Festival. Where he sold in the first time, that was about glamour and all this, the lifestyle package and the music. This time it's interesting. He's selling it off the fame of the documentary that he was in before. So even though that portrayed him in a really negative light, any publicity is good publicity in his case. And so because he's such a disaster case, lots of people are writing about it. And in turn, it's like he doesn't have to invest any money in advertising because the story is amplifying itself.
Sure, I get it as a story, but it seems like the sell is pay me lots of money and I'll deliver you nothing.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of is what he's selling, right? Like, I think it's really interesting because it's like, it's for people who can buy anything in the world, but now it's like, could you buy a really bad experience to tell your friends about?
Oh, well, it's an NFT.
Yeah, okay, that makes more sense than anything.
That's what it is.
Okay.
What's your sell, though, Karen? How would you market this event?
It's going to be an experience like no other. It's something you'll never experience on Earth.
Or perhaps at all.
It's interesting, my name's Karen, and so obviously there was that big thing about Karens, and there was that restaurant chain that was about Karens where you go in and you get abused. Yes. And there was like a thing where people would go in and pay money to be treated terribly. And I guess this is kind of that, but for a festival lifestyle. You can go to Coachella and have an amazing time, but could you actually have something that you pay, the starting price I think was $100 or a few $1,000s, and just be like, you will never have an experience like that ever again in your life, but you can kind of tell your friends and be like, you won't believe what happened to me.
But didn't that Karen's restaurant shut down?
It did.
Gotta say though, this guy, he has more front than David Jones. He got out of jail last year. He's now got Fyre Festival 2 in the works. There's a kickboxing match, I think, a TV show. There's a musical about his life. Can he mount the ultimate comeback here?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you think is a comeback. Like, for someone like him, it's really just about making sure that you maintain that moment in the press. I don't even think, like, I think they called him like the millennial scammer, right? Like, he's a massive scammer where often what he was selling was completely fraudulent, hence why he went to jail. So for him, it's just having that momentum, having enough people give him even a little bit of money. He doesn't really care what the outcome he's delivering as long as he can kind of get away with it. And sometimes he doesn't, and it seems to not really affect him.
Let's get down to brass tacks. Are you buying a ticket, Karen? Is it happening? Or are Waleed and I going solo?
Yeah, I think I'm going to pass on this one, but thank you for the offer and the opportunity.
But it's a cultural experience.
This is true. Look, yeah, I think we're going to have to pass on this one, but thanks.
There's not even a location ready yet, you know? Actually, maybe Tom Tate could hold it on the Gold Coast.
Oh, we solved it.
What if we combine it with the Com Games?
Oh, the Com Fire Games.
That'd be experience you wouldn't know what
We better go before we solve too many problems.
Yeah.
Karen, thank you.
Thank you.